can start the other one afterward. Cool. Record to the cloud. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another build session with Darksoil. I'm really delighted today to have two of my good friends from the village who are doing a project here, which they will tell you about in just a little bit. So the session is as normal. We'll go through this project and go through a little bit of what they want to build, the app, and then Guillem might have some clarifying questions, or Eric might also, and then we just we'll start building and build as much as we can for these 2 hours and try to get something that we can play with. Cool. So welcome, Manda, welcome, Christian. Do you want to share a little bit about the project and what you're wanting to do?
Sure.
So I am Vanda, and I work with an organization. We live in the village called Röstånga in south of Skåne. It's a small village with maybe 1,000 inhabitants. And I work with trying to get more sustainable mobility in the village. And Christian works with,
I work with energy, local energy development, renewable energy projects, PV, shared electricity, e-mobility charging, electric vehicles in a cooperative. And I found Vanda and her interest in mobility, and we share this interest, and we are working together to improve the situation of this village where many people commute, very car dependent. Maybe I'm guessing there are at least 2 cars per household in average here. But it's quite much. People work in different places, so if a couple lives together, they have to go with separate cars.
Yeah, and we are in this project now together, and we have like we have a vision that will happen in a few years, but today we want to present like an idea we have that we can start with maybe right now.
Yeah. So, it has to do with environmental impact from petrol or diesel. The inefficiency of using one car alone, sitting alone driving in the car when you can share it, has to do with accessibility, availability of services and goods here, logistics. It's a lot of aspects of this project. But in this particular session, we are interested in developing something for a peer-to-peer car sharing solution.
Yeah, as Christian said, there are many like families with their kids who move to this village, and they commute, work in other cities, and we can see that like research show that most of the cars are being used like 1-2 hours a day, and the rest of the time they are standing still in a parking lot. So we are looking at how can we start to share the cars that are in the village and get more use of them. And we've been looking at what's available out there. Like there are these services, of course, but usually they take a lot of they charge a bit money if you want to have their service, and usually they don't accept like a bit older cars, even like if you have I don't know.
If you have an old Swedish Volvo, or old, 10, 15 years old, it won't be accepted in these commercial services. Many people have that kind of older cars here, and much older also, but they are pretty well-functioning cars. So we want to. It's also about local development and sharing economy. That when we share cars as between friends, that's good, but there can happen stuff, accidents or problems. You want to have some kind of agreement, or that I will be offered this amount of compensation just as I will pay for using someone else's car, then we think it will be easier for people to accept car sharing. A mutual understanding of the agreement. Do you get it, guys?
Absolutely.
Ask us questions if you wonder what we are up to.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can also just go and get a sense by looking at the UI that you, or the interface that you've been playing with for this session to draw up. So if we want to share what you've been drawing, and then we can see if there are questions after.
Am I allowed to share with that?
You should be able to.
Nu ska vi se, inte utforskaren. Okay, so do you see it?
Yep. Got it.
So this is the first picture. This is like just a collage from more the, as we told you, the long-term vision we have for this mobility hub or car sharing. So this is just an idea of, like, it could be more stuff in the future, and also sharing machines and other vehicles, and yeah.
So it's a vision about the bright future with the electric minibus parked outside the art exhibition hall, EV charging. Maybe you can also borrow this bike, electric bike. A lot of stuff, food, goods, services included in this hub. Yeah.
And we could also have like machines for like the house gardens, I don't know, and stuff, and
different things that you need, but you don't necessarily have to own. But now we want to start with what we have. There are already, as I said, maybe 2 cars per household. So let's start there and try to share these cars between families.
So this is like the first image we have of this car sharing app. The first thing that you will see, like available cars that you can rent a book in the village. And well, now there's 3 pictures, but imagine it could be 10. And then you get info about the car, like you can see what it's. I don't know, stuff you need to know. If there is a, vad heter det? Dragkrok.
The hook for the trailer, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Can you take a trailer with the car? How many seats? You know, different facts about the car that you need to know.
Yeah, and then you kind of fill in dates and the time you want to rent it, lend it, and then you book this car. And if we go to the next picture, this is like when you get your request, like when you get it approved, then you can fill in the trip meter when you start your trip, and if you bought some fuel on the way.
Yeah, you will add that. Like I did fill up with 20 liters of petrol. And when you end the trip, you fill in the trip meter. And then there has to be some easy, simple calculation what the payment should be. So this is just an example here, but that's good enough to start with. It basically says that, well, you pay 25 Swedish kronors per Swedish mile, which is 1 krona is like let's say like this, $1 is around 10 Swedish krona, and 1 Swedish mile is 10 kilometers. So that it means that basically the user only pays for the mileage, and if the user is filling up some fuel, it will be on his or her expense, and that will be deducted from the mileage cost. But that can be that number 25 kronor per Swedish mile, that is negotiable, or that has to be decided by someone in a later state. This is just to prove the example.
Yeah, it's just and this 25 Swedish kronor, it's from the
Yeah, the Swedish tax authority has this level which is acceptable if you use the car, your private car, in an employment situation. Then you can require a compensation, which is 25 kronor per Swedish mile. So that's why we started with this number here. But then there is also this Swish number. That's the system for paying here in Sweden. The banks have this solution. It's called Swish. So it's linked to your phone number, and then you just add the phone number of the owner, and then you pay the money you should pay when you leave the car. And a small review, maybe a comment. Simple as that.
Yeah. I don't know if we. And then the person who lends out the car will also get like information when the trip starts and ended, and like, here's your payment.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then we also made like a page of how you can register a car. It's like in this app. Like basic info about the car, maybe pictures, address where the car is parked, and the info. And we also talked about like, how should this car sharing like work? Should we have a whitelist with users you can add, or maybe you just have to sign a contract like with when you get this app or get invited? I don't know. We haven't solved that yet. And also, if like there's this problem with the keys, and how can we make it as easy as like as simple as possible? So we talked about having these boxes we could have in a place where you get a code for the car key.
Yeah. So this part or page that you're looking at, it's probably, as Wanda said, where you register your own car as available in the system. But it's the same information is of course accessible for users of this car. So maybe that's added in the car info when in the booking section.
Yeah, in the first,
Yeah.
like all the info will be here with the.
At least it should be there when you have booked the car, so that you know where the car is parked and what the code is for the key box and so on.
I'm seeing a lot of nods from Guillem, and I interpret those nods to mean I got it and I'm ready to go and start building that. Is that accurate, Guillem?
That's accurate. I think I only have one question. Props for the UI. Like, yes, this is the kind of thing I need to really get what you want, at least at the first step. Really great job in downsizing the scope for a little piece that can be built. Like, I'm like really grateful for that. That makes my life a whole lot easier. The only question I had is there is an implied page that I haven't seen in the UI, which is a summary of all the trips taken in a car. Like I am the owner of a car and I want to see all the trips that somebody make. Is that basically just like a list of trips with like summary information? You can click on the trip and then it displays the details of the trip, something like that.
Yeah, that could be good. Like, and you can get like your info, maybe payments during the month or something. Like in June, I've seen my car has been like, I got this total number.
So
It could be
some. Mhm.
that could be good info. So you can like see, info about your own car and who, and if I go to my car and I see, I don't know, something's broken, or it's very nasty in here, someone had popcorn in the car. I don't know. I can see like who was the last person who actually lent it or rented it. I can like also easy see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One idea is to have similar to a big booking platform when it comes to accommodation. You could have like mutual reviews as a lender and a user. And then based on reviews, it's a bit silly in a small community with only 10, 15, 20 people in this system to start up with, to make these reviews about each other. And in what we learned so far about this is that it's inflation in reviews, but there needs to be some kind of social trust.
For today,
Either-
we're gonna not do any of that. We're gonna make just what you set out right now. And just because we're starting a little late today, we usually we want to give Guillem the time to just start building as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So forgive me for jumping in here, but I think, do you have what you need, Guillem?
Absolutely. I think I have everything that I need.
So Guillem will get going on it. Sorry, my internet's pooping.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry, cut out.
I got all gooky.
Yeah, sorry. Let's get going. And so basically, if for Ivan and Christian, Guillem will be building and coding, and you can follow along as much as you want. And he might have questions along the way. And if you need to do other things if you're not following along, that code part, which could be difficult, then yeah, just hang around, and we will get to the place where we get to play with something, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cool.
I need the 3, 2, 1.
All right.
So, I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, and when I get to 1, we'll all do at the same time 3, 2, 1, go. Okay? So 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Gets weirder every time. It's fine. It's nice. Cool. So, car sharing. Let me first of all create Scaffold, our app. So this is going to be from the DNA stack that we have, Scaffolding scripts. So HC Scaffold Hub, and this is going to be our app. Cool. And the app name is going to be car sharing for now, I think. I like PMPM. You know that if you've been following along the show. Cool. So let's talk first a little bit about the design, like in big picture. Today we are not going to focus on booking. We are going to be focusing on cars, creating cars, and then creating trips, and then calculating expenses and so on. So basically, you'll have a list of cars, and you go into each car and you can create a trip for that car. So not doing the booking and requests to book and timelines and all of that, because that's a module that we have. It's a bit outdated, but we have to get it back up to date to be able to use it. And then, yeah, and then a summary of what's been happening in your car. That's what we're going to build today. So for that, we will have one single big open DNA. That DNA is going to have the profiles zone to be able to see who's doing that, who's doing what. The file storage zone to be able to handle images. And then we are going to have a cars zone with cars and trips. So that's what I'm imagining. So let's scaffold all of that. So we are going to scaffold the DNA, just call it main because it's the only thing that we have. Okay, it's scaffold zone, and this is going to be the cars zone. Cool. And then we don't need any other in-house zones. So let's actually scaffold the first, like the entries that car zone has. So let's scaffold entry type, and the entry type is going to be car. So car should have, let's see, let me bring this up because it was actually really complete. I have it on my side, the UI. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is this it? No, this is not it. Open mobility. Do we have open? We don't. What's happening? Sorry. It's here. Okay. So car sharing. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Awesome UI. So this is this page here. License plate number, and this is going to be a string, yes, with a text field. Cool. Type of fuel. We basically know the possibilities here. Like this is diesel or gasoline. At least in Spain, you have gasoline 95, gasoline 98. And then electrical vehicle, right? And then liquid gas, something like that.
Yeah, it's good to have a number of fuels included, I think. We call them different things, here, like liquid gas, we call biogas, or
Okay.
maybe it's just, I'm just happy. We are happy to have many available fuels or
Right.
electricity.
Right. So each car may have a list of fuels that it can go on. Like a hybrid might have like electrical and diesel, or how are you thinking about that? Because you mentioned a number of fuels.
Yeah, well, it's important for the owner as well as the user that you fuel it with the right type of fuel. You don't want to
Yeah,
fuel
absolutely.
it with petrol. So it should say in the car info, this car can be fueled with either like petrol only or 98 or 95 octane level, or can be, for example, petrol or ethanol.
Mm-hmm.
It could be biogas or petrol. So that should be registered in the car info.
Yeah. Cool. For now, let's simplify it a little bit and let's have only one type of fuel that you can have. Cool. So fuel type. Thanks for that, Christian, by the way. So fuel type, and then this is going to be like diesel, yes, biogas, yes. Another is gasoline 95, good. Another is gasoline 98, cool. Something else?
I think electrical
Well,
is also
Electrical,
electric, yeah, good. And you could also add ethanol,
ethanol.
95.
Okay. Okay, I think this is good enough for now. So no, should UI, yes, add another field, yes. So this is like images, hashes, and this is going to be a vector of entry hash, no, yes, image, good. And now address where the car is parked. Well, this is not really info about the car itself, so I'm going to hold on that one. So owner contact info. Let's just have a string right now. Text field, yes. Okay, switch number, and this is going to be a string, text field. And now whitelisted users. I think that's fine. So this is going to be a vector of agent public keys. No, we don't really need that. Yes, search user, awesome. Code key box. Well, let's have it. It's fine. Code key key code string. It's more of an option of a string. Okay, so yes, text field. Add another entry. Good to know. Cool. Add another entry. Yes, which is like notes, which is an option of a string. Yes, with a text area. No, we want to modify change field, the key code. Yes, but this is an option of a string. Yes, text field. And
one more
now,
thing, Guillem, that I thought of now that is like I think that for the app it could be good to have how much fuel it uses per kilometer. If we don't have that, we will just have to default that to a number, which we
yeah.
could also do. I mean, you could just say that every car uses 0.08 per kilometer,
Mm,
but it could be useful if we want to do more. So I don't know. For today, maybe
awesome.
we could also just default it, but that's a possibility.
No, that's an awesome comment. So add field, which is like what? Usage per kilometer?
Yeah, like if fuel efficiency is and then it would be liters per kilometer,
But in the
or
case of
fuel per
electric,
kilometer.
in the case of
Yeah,
electric, it's going to be
yeah, it's a
different.
different. Yeah, it's kilowatt hours per kilometer, so that's a different one. But
Yeah,
uh,
so I'm going to say usage per kilometer or not usage. Fuel efficiency, okay. Yeah, let's do fuel efficiency. Okay. Efficiency, and that's going to be, for now, it's just going to be a number. Yes, text field. Cool. And now I do think we're done. Yeah, we could have the owner, but for now the owner is going to be just the author. That's fine. Done. Yes. Yes. Cool. Now we have a car entry. That's awesome. Now let's save it. Scaffolding. I prefer saving things in case we mess it up. So now let's scaffold the collection, all cars. Oh, sorry. Scaffold collection, all cars, global car, awesome. Now let's scaffold trip entry type. So this is trip. And the trip is going to have, importantly, the car hash, which is going to be the action hash. Yes, with a car. Cool. Cool. This is awesome. This just makes my life so much easier. Start trip. Okay, so start trip mileage or start trip. Like, if I understand correctly, this is the kilometers that the car had gone before starting the trip. Cool. Start trip mileage? Is it? It's not mileage. It's kilometer. What's it called?
Kilometers? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the trip meter, the minimum. It says the trip meter is expressed in kilometers.
Yeah.
So the total trip meter of the car in the whole history of the car.
Yeah.
So
Start trip kilometers. Thanks. Awesome. And then entry kilometers. It's a U32. Text field, cool. Fuel fill up. So fuel fill up. And this is going to be
the unit is liter if it's fuel.
Yeah, the problem is that we have electric. An electric car just mess everything up. Yeah.
But well, if there is an electric car, it should be kilowatt hours.
Yeah, I know. This is why I can't just say liter here, right? So fuel fill up, and we'll interpret it as liters in general, and then deal with electric later. So fuel fill up, cool, and this is a text field as well. Payable amount, this is just going to be calculated, so no need, right? Do we need anything for the calculation here? If we need this is a parameter elsewhere in the app and not here. And we have everything else. Yes. And switch number, we don't need it here. And review, sure, we'll have a review. So a review stars. And this is going to be like an F32. Because it could be like, no, let's have it. We don't like, as much as possible. We wanna avoid decimals in the app. We will do from 0 to 10 and then divide it by 2 to get a possible 3.5. So U31, and let's have it as slider for now. And then review comment is going to be an optional string of a text area. And we are good to go. Add another field to the entry. No. Confirm. Update, delete. Well, you may be messed up, so that's fine. Shoot a link from the original. Sure, go ahead and do that. Cool. I now think we have the basic structure of the app. Now let's save it. Scaffold tree. Cool. And now let's add the necessary module. So in this case, it's going to be the profiles zone. And I'm assuming this is a private network, probably, where everyone can see everyone can see each other's profiles. So profiles zone, okay. Yes, go ahead and scaffold it. Let's go ahead and grab the file storage zone. Set up scaffold. Oh, yes. File storage scaffold. Yes. Cool. Scaffold. So I think we are already ready to start the app. So let's make sure that everything is in place. Start the app and see what we got for now. And let's bring up the code as well. Cool. It's compiling first pass. And we have already a bunch of code for us here. Let's see what we got. Move this away. Okay, so we have a really simple app. Let's actually also add the profile prompt. That's going to be important. So we have ASDF, create profile, cool, and viewer, create profile, cool, and we have a profile, really simple for now. And now here in the to-dos, we have replaced this with the content of your app, which is going to be all cars. So something like main cars elements, all cars should be here. Okay, no cars found, amazing. And then
Vonda or Christian, do you want to find a color to replace that purple color with?
yeah,
You can take your time doing that. You got a little bit, but if you want to find a hex color and then share that, we'll make that the background color. You can have one for the top bar there, and you can have another color for the background too if you want.
and you can decide dark theme or light theme as well.
We can't hear you, but it sounded like an affirmation silently. Okay, cool.
Cool. Cool. And then we need a button to create car. Where should we have that? Should we have that in the bottom right here? But it's not that usual that you create a car, so maybe in the top bar here. What do you guys think? Eric, do
I'm
you have
thinking.
a
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think the top right makes sense. I'm actually wondering if, or if it just goes in like, where do we just put a gear? Like, where's the general settings option? It could be that it pulls down from, you drop down from your own little icon in the top right-hand corner. A settings thing also could be in the bottom left. What's the normal pattern for that?
And I would assume that we want to gear this towards mobile and mobile first.
Yes.
So in that case, let's have it here. So create car, selected, no, selected, not clicked. Let's have it here because in mobile, I do think it makes much more sense to have it here. Compost, cool, and this is like create. It's not create cars. Okay, you're not creating the car. In the app, today we won't get to creating a car, like assembling all the pieces and everything from the app. Sorry about that.
That's the DPP world.
Yeah, we still don't have a module for that. Cool, so register a car, and then it's like register car click, and we go to create car, and then this is like register car. Okay, so register car goes to create car, and here we go, the create car. Oh, that's a bunch of things. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if I do like this image hashes, let's have it this owner contact info whatever. Okay, now, okay. Okay, I understand what's happening here. We'll fix it later. We don't need this. Fuel efficiency, 1, create car. Error, creating a car. What's up? Something here. Invalid type, diesel. Internally tagged enum. Fuel type, I know what's up with this. Okay, cool. So let's work a little bit on this screen here. So let's go to create a car and image hashes. It's not image hashes, it's images. And then this should actually just be like this. So images and add images hashes should not exist actually. So, okay, like this, and let's bring this up to the fuel type, type number, awesome, fuel efficiency, yes, owner contact info, whitelisted users. Okay, so this should be like search users actually. And search user is here, search users. Okay, so if I go here and I do this, this works, awesome. Probably a little bit more margin. Mhm. 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 Okay, we gave it a little margin. In my head, there is a little bit of noise because search user is actually different from everything else a little bit as well. So yeah, this sounds a little better. Divider, maybe. Let's see how this looks. Divider. Okay, so we have all the things and then the whitelisted users. Yeah, in my mind, this feels a little bit better. I'm not sure about you guys. And it's probably something like style min height 200 pixels. Yeah, something like this. What do you think? For an initial pass on the create car page. It's not create car, it's register car.
Register card. Yeah, it looks great.
Awesome.
And you can put up some, like more images, not just one.
Yeah. So if I click here, I can select multiple and then they will all go. Cool. And I know there is a problem here, right? So if this, then that, but otherwise this. Yeah. Okay.
We've also got hex codes in the chat for the colors when you're ready. No pressure.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to get on that soon. So now fuel type, okay, the fuel type, if I go to car, the fuel type, it's type that, okay, so it's like type this, right? Because car, fuel type, it's fuel, that's already good. What's up? Because fuel type is actually a string. Yeah, I know TypeScript, but you have to trust me. Trust me, TypeScript. String is not signable to type. Oh, TypeScript is not trusting me. Now it trusts me. Cool. So let's see if we can create a car. Field type diesel. I'm okay, like that, and like that, and like that. No, not yet. Okay, we have a problem still. Wrong message back, market fixed. Okay, let's debug. Console log car. Okay, what's the issue here? Yeah, this has to be a number. Sorry. Okay, let's see what we are doing wrong. Images hashes sounds good. It's the parsing of the strings. Okay, I have to remember to fix this. It always trips us up. So fuel efficiency should be parse int. And this is actually as string. Do we have any other number? We don't. Let's try again. This, that, 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 that. Cool. Now we have a car. Awesome. And the other screen should have, yeah. It's amazingly bad, but we have a list of cars. Let's actually fix this now. Cool. So now, if I go back, I see this. Let's fix the car summary. So car summary should only have, okay, let's see. Should basically only have the image. So this is a card, right? Good. So let's have the first image, I think. Yeah, let's have the first image as the image there. Okay, where are we with images? Show image. Good. So something like exactly show image. So if entry record entry image hashes length is more than 0. So uh, 0 style. And if you have some nice images of cars that you want to send to me for me to be able to show a car rather than my avatar, that'd be fine as well. Okay, and what we probably, yeah, okay, yeah, like that. So with 300, okay, how's that? But it should be like slot image. How's that? That's a bit better. And probably we don't want to mess with the width, but we do want to set the height. Exactly. This is what we want. Oh shoot, we don't have a model. With we don't have the model of the car. Like this is a for focus or whatnot. We don't have that at all. Maybe you did have it in the
No, I don't think it was. And
okay.
no.
And I guess that's important. So
Not really. Not if you're sharing it in a community and you know, and it's the photo of the car.
Yeah.
It's important
okay.
for insurance and stuff like that, but I think for the very first context we're building it for, it's not vital.
Just one question. We're trying to upload pictures of cars in the chat. Doesn't work. Should I send it to you?
You can send it to me on Signal, and I can send it to Guillem, be the middleman.
Great. Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's go to summary again, and now summary just needs, okay, this is a model, whatever, and who's this, I think is also important. So let's have a row. And then inside that row, we're going to have out with this, and actually out with everything. Cool. And now we only want the agent avatar, agent path key of the entry record.action.author. So basically, who's this car? Okay, why are you not expanding? Okay, now you expanded, cool. And now if I go to all cars, this should actually be a row of car summary with a flex wrap. Cool. And now this is going to the center, but it shouldn't be going to the center. Let's see what's up with this. All cars. Okay, so if I go to home page and this is like all cars, I don't actually want this. I just want column. Well, I don't really sure, but what I really want is some margin, and that's that. Okay, awesome. And now the car is probably too big. Yeah, but something like this, and then max width. Let's have actually width, which is like this. Okay, yeah, that's approximating what we need.
I've sent you images of cars also, Guillem, on the Signal.
Yeah, thanks. Cool. So now if I click a car, it should take me to the car detail, and in there I can create a trip. So this is like home page, right? And it's like car selected. Event. This should be this router. Go to car and go pdetail.car hash. So if I select it, now I can see the car. Awesome. And then I go to car detail, cool, and I see the model as well. Cool, and this car titles is actually weird. I think this should probably be on top. let's deal with that later. For now, let's have this here. Awesome, yeah, something like this. And then the whitelisted users is awful here. Let's bring, okay, images, hashes, it should be images, cool. And now what's up with whitelisted users? So okay, no, shouldn't be that. Should be like whitelisted users. It should be a column, right? Out with the span. We don't want the span. And instead of just the avatar, we want the full profile. So profile list item. Profile list item. And let's import that profile list item. Okay, awesome. Yeah, something like this. And then we want, let's see. We only want this if there actually is some key code. And we only want this if there is actually some notes, and we record entry notes. Yeah, move up the fuel efficiency. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have it here. Ui, that broke it. We don't want to break it. Sorry. Okay, yep. Happy with this. Happy with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and in the car detail, yeah, exactly. We have an action, which is going to be create trip. Or register trip. Cool. And in the overlay page, there is a way to add. Oh, there is not. Okay, let's just add that. So slot name action. Slot. And this is going to be a flex thing. Style flex 1. Good. And now the register tree is in slot action. It's variant primary. And when you click on it, you should go to router, go to create trip. Register trip goes to create trip. Awesome. Good. But thing is that this should actually be in car hash create trip, because create trip needs a car hash, and this is just going to be decode params car hash. Am I right? Params, yep. And then create car, no. Where are we here? Awesome, this should be go to car, encode the car hash. No, actually we already have the car hash over there. So params car hash. Okay, and now I go here and I say window location equals the start, and we go here and we register trip, and now the trip has the car hash in theory. So let's see if we can create one, review stars, whatever, create trip, error, creating the trip. What's up? The parse int stripping us up again. Cool. So this is like parse int of that. And this is parse int of that. And this is parse int of that. And this is also parse int of that. Cool. And now create trip 3, 4, 5. Review stars, whatever. Okay, so now we have a trip. Awesome. If I go back, right, it goes back to that, and we don't really want that. We want it to go back to the car. So trip hash, this is actually trip hash, close requested. This should be segmented by car. Am I right on that? I think I'm right. So car hash, and then in the end, you should go to car params car hash. Right? Yeah, and now we change this, so let's change it everywhere as well. This should go to car params car hash, car params car hash, and then we also had it in create trip. Oh, no, create trip. This should actually also go to the car hash, car encode params car hash. That's it. Encode. No, you don't need to encode this. And this goes to car params car hash, right? And then close requested. Okay, let's try all of this. If I go here, I go here, I go here, I go here, and then, yeah, sounds good. Okay. So now this is the car info. Let's also have the summary of trips. Let's have it below, right? We can totally have that. Or maybe actually it's actually more relevant. So let's make it up top. Let's see how it feels. So first of all, register trip. The thing about this is that you should only be able to see this if you are in the whitelisted list. So if this is completed, car, yeah. Why are you? Okay, yes. And car.value.entry whitelisted users, and if you can find an agent that's equal to your agent public key, this dot store, no, client is fine, my pub key. Okay, you couldn't find that, but that's okay because you're the owner of the car. I assume the owner of the car should also be able to create trips.
I don't know what you're thinking about that, Christian. I mean, usually you would just drive your own car, so it doesn't make a lot of sense, but maybe there's a situation when you're creating it for someone else, or I don't
There's
know.
people that like tracking the use of their own vehicle, like to know, like, oh, I'm using it this much, these people are using it this much. But it also gets really weird when it comes to like you're not going to swish yourself money. So then you're not inputting those fields when you do it. Vana, Christian, do you have a strong sense on this right now? Or should we just go with not including owners doing their own things?
My spontaneous reaction is no. Don't
Right.
make owners create the trip. No,
Yeah,
it's
great.
up to the users to do.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So we need, okay, how much time do I have left? Like 30 minutes, something like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I think we're doing good on time, which I'm really happy about, actually. Hmm. Okay, let's see how it feels. So here we'll have trips for car. Trips for car should come from trips for car. Cool. And I have a list of trips for car. Now we should also get a summary. Okay, wait, I think it's first better to do something else, which is you go here. Okay, so here, you go here, you register a trip, you create the trip, and then it should tell you how much you should pay. Cool, so let's do that. So create trip, right? You do this, you do that, you do that, you create the trip, and then you go to trip detail. And in the trip detail, let's add another, like the top most foremost thing is going to be the payment. So if I go to trip detail, here we go. Okay, we have a bunch of trips now. Okay. We should have something like trip. Let's copy this, it's fine. So payment should be a number. Payment amount. And this should be this dot payment. Here's the payment. And then, okay, now I need to do the math. Let's see. So okay, so the constants that we need are like fuel price. Okay, wait. So we have const distance, that's easy enough. So that's the end trip kilometers minus start trip kilometers. Cool. Now, fuel use, it's that distance times the entry, record entry. No, because this is for the car. Okay, so we need also the car. Times car.entry.fuel efficiency. That's the fuel use. And now, for now, and there is another concept called wear and tear cost.
Yeah, just that was something that we talked about before. I don't know if you want to speak to it, Van der Christian.
What's the question?
It was because when we spoke the other day, we were talking about this the concept of like what does it cost, and there's always a cost if you're taking a trip. There's always a cost that is going to be like the wear and tear of the vehicle, and then there's the fuel cost. So those are two parts, and the wear and tear, no matter how much you refill the fuel, the wear and tear cost is always there based on the distance, but then the fuel cost is reduced if you fill up fuel. That's why it needs to be separated into those two.
Yeah. And what we, in that simple calculation of cost for using a car that we presented, it actually means that you only pay for wear and tear if you're filling up fuel. So
as much as you spend.
yeah,
Right.
we didn't involve fuel efficiency in the calculation.
In the UI calculation, yeah.
Exactly. We only set the fixed number of the cost per kilometer for using. So fuel efficiency in our calculation is not included, but it's a good thing to know if you're using another person's car to see how efficient it is. So you know, well, it has to do with the size of the car, and you know, but well, we made a simple calculation of just 25 Swedish kronor per Swedish mile times the distance you drove the car minus the value of filling up some fuel. So it means you only actually pay for wear and tear to the owner, and you, as a user, pay for the fuel that you fill up. If you don't fill up fuel, you pay for fuel.
Right, understood. Awesome. I was looking at the wrong calculation, I think. So that actually makes my life easier. We like when life gets easier. I guess that's a danger in a lot of situations as well, but Okay, so I go here now. Oh, right. Register trip 4, 5, fill up, create trip, and now the payment amount it's negative, so that's not right. What's up with that? So
The
you
fuel fill up times fuel price is going to be very.
right. What's the sensible fuel price?
At the moment, 15 Swedish kronor per 10 kilometers.
Oh, but that's not per
No, for
liter.
example, sorry, 15 Swedish kronor per liter of fuel.
15. Okay, that's actually
For petrol, eller?
Yeah, for
okay.
petrol.
I think
25. Okay, what's the... Let's actually move this here so we can all see it. And now, okay, so fuel fill up, you filled up 5 liters, 5. Oh, right. So you did only 1 kilometer, but you filled a lot more than what you used. So
Yeah, the
why
problem with
that's
this example trip is that it's too short. So
right.
the owner will the user will actually pay a negative price. I'm afraid.
Right. And then what should we do about this here?
The in the end, I guess there will also be a cost component from the have to do with the time that you use the car. But in this example calculation that we presented, we're only looking at the distance. So maybe we should, this number 25 kroners per 10 kilometers maybe should be increased so that you get a fair amount
Okay,
paid.
so how much?
Let's say 50. Double it up.
Still
But
very, very far away.
and if you have an example where you do 100 kilometers, I think the thing is like it's never. I think especially when you don't have fuel efficiency, you're just gonna say like the amount of liters that you're filling up is going to be a lot longer. Like it's still going to be negative until you have a longer trip that draws that much fuel, right? So even if yeah. So you just have to have a longer distance for it to make sense.
Right.
But if you're filling it up, like if I take the car and I'm going to stop and fill it up anyway, I might as well fill it all the way up. That helps everyone for me to do that. So I should fill it up all the way. And then I'm only borrowing the car for a 2 kilometer trip and I fill it up all the way. So then actually I want the owner to pay me back that, or is that just turn into credit that then I have? Right? Like my cost is 100 kroner to rent the car. I put 500 kroner into the car and fuel. Do I then charge the owner, or do I just have credit for that car?
And I mean, if you have the credit, should it be only credit connected
Only
to
with
the
that
car?
car. Only with that
Only
owner.
car,
That
or
owner might
should
have
we
2
have
cars and it should work for either of their cars, but yeah. Yeah.
Let's not involve credit right now.
Yeah. No.
I won't be able to do credit. So what should I do here?
Just let it go into the negative is fine, because then it just
I
means
think
that the
so.
owner owes you. Yeah, I think what you got is right.
Yeah. Confusing at first, but then it actually makes sense. Okay, so let me finish up the summary here. So let's see. Trip summary would be like who did the trip and how much. Yeah, basically just that. So distance, and then this is going to be like this minus that, and then the review stars is good, I guess, as well. I just want it to be a one-liner. So 0 kilometers out with everything else. Yeah. But this should actually just be a row. Exactly. Let's have it like this. So profile list item key record action author. And then like this, and let's have it be a row. Cool. Closer, closer. Let's have it be like that. Cool. Center. Cool. And now if I go to chain up, trips for car, this should plus title, trips, span. Awesome. And now let's have trips for car is actually something like trips summary main elements, no? Main cars elements, trips summary. So trips summary. This is summary. Okay, so now we have total distance probably. Okay, let's go to back to whole chain up, and it's probably something like summary trips summary summary. Summary, awesome. And we have out with that, and we have row something like plus title, something like total distance. Total distance, and then it's probably a divider. And then we have a total payment amount Total payments. This should be vertical. Yeah. It should probably all be the same. Flex 1. Cool. Yeah, and now we get all of them. So join async trips live. We should map this. So let me see. Trips. This is a map, obviously. So join async map of map values. And this is a map. And then each value goes to value. No, messed it up. So map values. Yes, map values. This is the map. Because it's like, yeah, trips. So something like what equals this type trips. So this is not yet. Because this is like trips map. And if trips map status is not completed, then we just return trips map. And then this is going to be trips map value, and we return this, and this is b dot latest version dot get. Awesome, awesome. And now this is actually trips, which is a read-only map of action hash to entry record of a trip. Exactly. Cool. And now we just case trips for trip summary, probably. No, where do we have payment? Exactly. Actually, let's extract this into utils. So export function payment. We just need a trip to go to the payment. Awesome. Trip.
I'm just sending a link to Van Christian for the launcher thing if we want to try the app afterwards. You can just download that. We can see if it pops up in there in a while.
Awesome. And then trip summary. So this should be like cons payment, total payment is trips. So array.from trips.values reduce accumulated next to accumulated plus next dot entry dot payment next dot entry, and we start at 0, and I think this full total payments here. Total payment minus 210. Awesome. And the total distance is going to be similarly. Total distance is going to be next dot entry dot end 3 kilometers minus next dot entry dot start 3 kilometers. So total distance. Okay, so total distance 3 kilometers. Total payments. I'm not sure we need anything else for now, so I'm just going to not have it. Cool. And then please make this bigger. Okay, yeah, looking good. Looking good. Let me see if we can edit this correctly. No, we won't be able to edit this correctly like this. So if I go to edit car, I need to search users. Let's see. Yes, got it. So this should be like parse int as any. Yep. Model is model. For select license model. Epa. Model for fuel efficiency should be up. So here, this should be images, and this should actually be default value is this one file, repeat, out with this, out with that. Okay, awesome. Why do we have to? That's interesting. Okay. Like this, like that, like that. Default value is this. Let's bring this down. Okay, what's up? No, search users. We don't have search users. What's up with that? Okay. Whitelisted users. No, not yet. Default value search users. And this is it causing it, right? Yes, this is it causing it. Okay, that's interesting. A superarray is not a function. What's that? That actually looks fine. Array. Yes, so we may actually have a bug. What if we do it like this? I think we have a bug in the search users element, which actually means that we won't be able to update the whitelisted users. Okay. Just let me make sure we are not missing anything. Default value should be this, yes. Then it says that it doesn't like this. I mean, it does do this. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Save. What's up? Fuel type. Fuel type dot type. Fuel type, yes. Okay, what's up? Yeah, sorry. Not with this, and now this is like type as any. Awesome. So we now can edit it. Good.
We're at Q2 as well.
Yep. I think we are done. Let me see
Do
if
you
there
want to
is
change the colors of the background to the hex? Is
right.
that could be a 1 minute thing?
Yep.
Or-
Let me do something else as well, really quickly. So this is like yes, trip summary, trips for car, trip selected should go to this dot router
And
dot go
while
to
Guillem is finishing that, Vanda and Christian, do you have the demo launcher downloaded and open?
I managed to download it and install it, but some problems. Maybe Victor, you can come here, have a look.
Okay.
On-site
it's,
tech support.
Yeah, we need some.
right. Is that right? Yes, awesome. And now for the colors. See. So, okay, let's see. Wait. So styles, color primary 500. So it's this one. Awesome. If I go to here, right, the primary is going to be like that. So let's also change it to be slightly darker, I think. So this could be EE, D7 could be like C5, C3, that's fine. So if I go here, yes, good. And now soft white for back. So that would be like this.
Vanda, is that the
Syncs.
soft white background color you want?
Yeah, something like that. We said like because we have this yellow in our other stuff for the mobility project. So yeah, some kind of a eggshell white.
Awesome.
That's great.
Cool. I think we're done.
Yeah, we just have a bit of a problem with launching
Thanks.
the app.
I think it's crashing when we're opening the app, looks like, on the
Okay.
these are Windows 2 Windows machine. So yeah.
Yep. We'll have to look into that later. So
Yeah.
for now, they could go to your computer, Victor, and play around with the app there. I'm not sure. Sorry that it didn't work for you, Vanda and
Yeah,
Christian.
we should
We'll
have
have to take a look
prepared it
later.
before, but now it's just. But should we go into Victor or should
Yes.
we?
You should.
I
Well,
think
Victor,
so.
is the launcher working for you? Is it updated with
Let me
the
just
apps?
make sure.
Because
Which
mine, I re-downloaded it, I re-downloaded whatever the most current one is right now, but it hasn't synced, and it's been trying for maybe like 8 minutes now, and I'm getting no haps found still.
Well, that's because we don't have any hubs.
Oh, you haven't posted this one.
I
Oh,
haven't posted the app yet.
Oh,
No,
well then it
obviously.
makes a lot of sense why it's not working for me. That's cool.
It is working, just not yet. We don't have
Okay, great.
anything.
Then yeah, Vanda and
So
Christian,
okay.
if you want to run over to Victor's room.
okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Turn down my
And
camera.
you've updated to 2.5, right? Yeah,
yes,
recently. Yeah.
yes,
Okay, so I'm
yesterday.
downloading that one now.
Yeah.
Should download. Didn't see that.
Go.
All the better that we're going with the computer microphone and speaker and not
Yeah.
the headphones.
So,
Oh.
projects, car sharing, word there, car sharing. Version 0.0.1. First version. Great Hub release. Okay, let's see if you get it, Eric.
Oh, wow, instantly.
Yes.
Who's screen sharing now?
All
All right, install. Oh, I really love that picture for the I love that that's the picture. All right, cool. It's installing. The two little wheels spinning next to each other. That's nice. I think they're going at a different rate of speed, though. Yeah. Launching it. Eric, avatar.
Registering a car.
Found the app. Install.
Efficiency. I'm not even sure. Like, it's not even okay.
All right. Have you
Install.
registered yours? Should I register a car also? I'll register a car.
And Eric, I'm whitelisting you. Register car. Okay, Eric, you could do a trip for my car.
Cool. Give me a minute. Let me add another car so you could do a trip from my car because yours is going to be taken up by me probably.
So this is an app to switch cars.
The car switching app. Yeah, that's pretty much what this app is. Do I have a picture of a car here?
Oh.
I mean, it's just going to be this bear, I guess.
Let me know
Cool.
when you're finished, Eric.
Oh, Skoda Octavia, is that your car?
That was my car, yeah.
Are you serious? You had a van?
No, calma. The picture is not of an Skoda Octavia. It's just a picture that Victor sent me of
Oh, well,
a
then should I
car.
use this delete button and delete it?
No. Oh, right. That's no. Don't do that, please. That's a mistake on my side.
Yeah.
Okay, I got your Prius. So I'm going to register a trip for your Prius,
Thank
and
you.
at the start it said 100,000, and I made a trip for 50 kilometers. And
100 stars.
100 stars.
Here, check this out. Watch my screen share. Look at this. 100 stars.
Wow.
Let me see.
Right here. We'll make it 97 stars. I don't want you to get too big of a head about your car. Create trip. This is helping me realize there's another issue, which is I'd probably, I haven't been sharing this whole time. I thought I was sharing. Another issue, which is usually you start a trip, you've reserved the car, you then take the trip, and then you put I finished the trip at the end of it with your mileage.
Uh-huh.
But this is making all of that one step,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which ain't as hot.
Yeah. Would be really needed to have to start and also like once you're in the trip, then you can just put in fuel and then you end and then you put in like it's stages.
Yeah.
Okay, remove file.
Wait,
But
Eric.
What?
Eric,
What?
your trip decreased the number of kilometers that the car had.
That's cool.
you're going backwards in time.
Yeah, I'm a really good driver.
The total distance is -5.
I'm a really good driver, you guys.
Are you
Cool.
seeing?
Yeah. This is your trip, Victor.
Yeah, I put a chip on that one.
Yeah. Let me
We're
put
getting
a
a lot
chip
of use
on
for
your. Yeah, let me put a chip for your Fiesta. In case you don't know, Fiesta means party in Spanish.
Yeah, that's a Volvo Fiesta. I didn't know Volvo made one.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
I'll
coming.
register a trip with it at the same time.
Okay,
Brand new.
here you go. I registered a trip in your car.
Nice.
If you right-click reload, you should be able to get it right away.
Dun, 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 dun. Don't see a trip yet.
Okay.
Dun, dun. Oh,
Cool.
well, should be coming.
Oh, wait, Victor, why are you doing it and not Vonda and Christian? They should be playing with the thing.
Yeah. Change. I can change let's do that. I can actually change the profile. We can start another one. Can I start another one?
Put a new car up.
Yeah.
Or a new.
Go for it.
Okay.
Somebody.
Okay.
And this one isn't working.
So it doesn't work. So I'm gonna book a trip. My Skoda. And this is how do I? And I want to book the trip with the Skoda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks good. And how do I book it?
Oh, I haven't whitelisted you for the
Oh.
Skoda.
Oh.
Let me whitelist you.
Should it be also like whitelist request?
Maybe. Like that's a really good question.
Yeah, and like I want to contact you to say please.
Right.
Yeah.
I just
guess
whitelisted you, so let's see if you get it.
Yeah. Right. Click and reload, maybe. Put you in there. No.
No, not yet.
No? Okay. So since this is a peer-to-peer app and it's still not working 100% efficient, it may take a little while for my edit to get to your computer, but it should get there pretty soon.
Register a trip, so I can do that on the.
Okay.
You can do it on Eric's car.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was yes. So start trip. Alltså det var ju vad den är på då. Shouldn't it also be like end trip kilometers? So we missed the when I create the trip. Do you get my trip? Is it updated for you?
That's in the Fiesta, no, in the Prius.
It's on the Prius.
Not yet.
Okay, now we have the Octavia. Den här jag skulle reloada. Här är det den då?
Yeah.
Register trip.
No, it works to register.
Okay. So it took a little while, but it got there.
Ja. Men det är ju det. Blir det fler meddelande? Det kan man ju också tänka.
Okay, just got your trip from the Prius.
And I'm sorry, I will try to make a bit, not so many stars here. Only 6. I would like to see the stars also.
Yeah, I know. We didn't have the time.
I know. Oh, great.
Yeah.
And so also like if I go into my car, vänta nu är jag Victor då, så det är Fiestan som är min. Trips. Ja. So if I click on the trips made. Great. Ja.
Am I whitelisted?
Yes, like can we make a new?
But I think it's we can't start a new profile, I think, unfortunately. We can only have one running on this app store. So you have to you have to be Victor for the demo. But you can still make trips just to get a feel for it. But we can't make a new Christian profile on this computer right now.
So I'm here looking at 3 different cars. So I choose Volvo, which is called Skoda Octavia. And then I register a trip. I see that the trip meter is that in the beginning, and then I drive for not so long this time, maybe 100 kilometers or something like that. I do fill up some fuel, like it's in liters, right? So maybe 10 liters for that. And I had a pleasant trip, so I make a good review. And
Man, I'm making a whole great new car and it's
good.
Not working.
That means I pay 350 kroners. That's good. I drove 100 kilometers. It's a good deal, I think. Thanks. Works
Awesome.
fine.
Yeah. And let's see if I can show it. I also have it in my phone. Yeah, you can see it. Like I can.
It looks
Click
really
here.
professional on the phone. It looks like a really professional platform. Good.
We do really professional things,
Ah. Oh, come on.
right? And I can go to a trip, and obviously it's not the perfect, like it's not the perfect setup for you to really see the screen, but yeah, it just works fine, and you can navigate through and even register a car or register trips. Yeah, so we have it already on Android.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Cool. Great.
So next time you are here in Röstånga, you do know.
There is always a car available for you.
Yes.
Thanks. That's awesome. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks for today. That was cool.
Yeah, I
How are you,
enjoyed it.
Guillem? Are you tired now?
A little bit, but it wasn't the most intense. Like in this one, I was able to go a bit like considering and not stress too much and So yeah, it felt awesome to be honest. Like with the UIs and knowing exactly like the two things we want to focus on, so cars and trips, and nothing else that messes up my focus and stress or whatnot. So it was actually really well scoped and designed from the beginning. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well, we enjoyed looking at you guys. We enjoyed the conversations and super impressed by the result.
Mhm.
For
Cool.
just 1 or 2 hours time, we have this demo beta version. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Really glad to hear
Thanks.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks so much, Panda and Christian.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Jumping in. See you next time. Have a good night.
Cool. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.